We are Steve and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about blind offer mailer campaign competition in 2022.
Well, I guess that's it. We're done.
I'm so sorry, but
kidding.
you're not the only person sending mail out. And it used to be like that. I used to be one of two people that sent out
That's true.
mailers.
I do know that.
And we used to talk to each other all the time, me and Steve Seal.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. Last year, a ton of Land Academy members came to Jill and I needing extra help getting their blind offer campaigns in the mail. Jill and I took a look at it. We took a look at how we personally send out mail, why it's so efficient. And we realized that we had some staff that rock at doing mailers effectively and getting them out right to the point where then I would go in and price it. Well, we made that available to the public and, well, to Land Academy members, and we're calling it Concierge Data Plus. Mm-hmm. It's a year later. Hundreds of members are outsourcing their entire mail process with this product. Whether you're brand new and you don't want to go through it, it's good. It'll work for you. Or if you're 5-10 years into this and you're sick and tired of doing mailers yourself, you can outsource it. This is a good product for you. Check out support@landacademy.com or offers2owners.com. See if it's for you.
Aiden wrote, if anyone in the group doesn't like the sales aspect of this business, we need to chat. My partner and I joined the group last summer and have been able to close approximately 65 deals since last July. We partner with another member of the group for the data and the mailing aspects of our team handles the inbound leads, due diligence, sales, transaction coordination, acquisitions, and dispositions. We feel like we built a pretty decent system and we have a great team in place. We're currently sending out 30,000 mailers a month and have a bandwidth to handle more inbound calls, analyze more deals, and get more contracts. If anyone here is potentially interested in partnering up, we're looking to do the data, mailing, preliminary due diligence, and the sales aspect of the business and partner up with someone who's more interested in experience in the second half of the process. I'm located in, do you want me to even say?
It doesn't matter. Sure, it's okay.
East Coast state.
Yep.
And we would like to partner with someone who is also in East Coast states. Although it's sprinkled around the country, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then send me a message if you're interested. This is cool. So this is clearly in Discord, probably in the Partners Wanted section in there. That's cool.
On Monday, we talked about this is not the place to save time or money. These guys are not doing either. They're not saving time or money because it's their full-time job. Mm-hmm. So let's do some math. They're sending out 30,000 mailers. That costs about $15,000 a month. Oh my God, Jack. $15,000 a month. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's about $150 to $200, like $175,000 a year, but they did 65 deals. Mm-hmm. So our average, probably group wide, is the average net on a deal is, what?
50?
20 grand?
Well, I thought it was higher.
Maybe 30.
All right. I think the average is actually higher, but okay.
That's millions of dollars.
Yeah.
That's, I think it probably, I'm just being
You're being
nice
conservative,
here.
and I
it's like
appreciate
$1 million
that.
too. So they spent $150,000, $170,000 on mail, all of their time, full-time work, and they generated 1.2 to 1.6 million.
Yep. It's amazing. That's this group, by the way. If you're just listening, you're like, what do you mean? Like, so if you're not good at one part of it, don't worry about it. Figure out what you are good at and find a partner, and together you guys can kill it, like many people in Land Academy and like us, by the way.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Today's topic, which this is a great setup for today's topic, blind offer mailer campaign competition in 2022. This is the meat of the show. On the first Tuesday of every month, Jill and I have an advanced member closed call once a month. And the purpose of the call is for all of us to get together. I don't know, there's probably 25 of us at this point, 30 maybe. 25 that show up for it anyway.
Right.
If you join Career Path, you automatically are in the advanced group forever.
That's cool. Uh-huh.
And so we all talk about how we're doing, what's working, what's not working, how we might need to change our operations. And so it always comes up, mailer competitions. This is why I wrote this topic. It always comes up. And there's always one or two people that say, it's just not like it used to be. Like my grandfather used to say, times have changed. Just you could do this, in 1929, you could do this. You can't do it anymore.
Right. Yeah. Thank goodness.
That's the nicest way I can say that. And I'm old or getting older. And there's a lot of stuff.
We didn't have cameras everywhere.
In the 80s, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the 80s that you just can't do anymore, like be a criminal. Because
there's cameras everywhere.
Can't do that anymore. What's happening into this business as we grow further is that there's more people sending mail. Are there do people who own properties get 50 offers a month like some places homeowners do? No. We own tons of property, Jill and I. Tons and tons of property. We get 2 or 3 or 4 offers a month.
I'm shocked at how little I get.
Me too.
It's interesting. And it's cute because I usually know who they are.
And it doesn't say Jack and Jill on the ownership record.
No, they don't know it's me.
It says it's some obscure LLC that Jill and I own. So, we're not special. And so once in a while, and this is we're going through this right now, we get somebody who calls Jill back and says, we're selling our property and let's do the deal. We're all set to go on your price. They call back 2 or 3 or 4 days later and say, I got another offer. To which Jill says, oh, that's too bad. Well, thanks for looking. Good luck. I'll see you later.
God, do not. That's hilarious.
That's the problem. That's the problem. If you're going to cower.
Well, I got 2 things to say about
There's this thing called competition.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I said, well, I got one. You're right. So this is the truth because I've got one right now. I'm like, fine, what's it going to take? Because I know there's more money in this. And I know, and it's funny because there's a deal right now that he's like, oh, I don't want to be that guy. I'm like, you're exactly being that guy to me. Because you told me we had a deal. And now you're calling back. And because we opened escrow, we would have closed by now. Not kidding. But he's dragging his feet because this other offer. I said, all right. So I'm here. I'm checking with him 3 times a week to say, hey, how are you? Have you heard anything? Oh, they're going to flake out. So here's my point here. So to follow up with you, do you mind if I just
jump in, please.
Running with it now.
Sure.
So I have 2 offers, not kidding. Well, people don't follow up and they don't do it. They don't get these deals. There's so much on the table that people are not acting on. So you think there's competition? People may send out letters, but they do nothing. So, and I'm going to get to that in a second too, but here's an example. I have 2 offers right now on my desk. One person I know in Land Academy, one I don't know. And what's really funny is these offers are like pretty high because we've actually had these. They're like 2 properties like I've had in my inventory. You kind of forget about them.
They're tax sale properties.
Yeah, like I've had them in there forever. I'm like, you know what? And they're smaller. They're not real deals that I'm doing right now. I'm like, you can have it. So I signed them. I'm not kidding. I signed them, sent them back. That was 10 days ago. I got one of the guys. I got a follow-up. I got a automated response email that said, due to heavy volume, we're a little bit behind and we'll get back to you soon. I'm like, are you guys kidding me?
That's an outrage.
I know. And the other one, he was immediately responsive, but then he went dark. I'm like, do you want these or not? Kind of thing. So here's what you need to do. Are people sending out mail? Yes. Are they getting the deals? No.
That's right.
And it's not hard. So here you have 3 things you have to do. Number 1, answer the phone. These guys are not responsive. They're not answering the phone. They are not responding to email. It's too easy. This is why I know that Land Academy people are killing it. Number 2, win them over. It's not that hard. Make friends with them. It doesn't need to be an hour. You can befriend someone in 5 minutes and figure out, what they're interested. My wife and I, we're going to do this because it's near this place I love to fish. Oh, how cool is that? What kind of fish you guys do? There's how you befriend them and you can have a little conversation. It's that easy. You don't have to be into fishing too, by the way. sometimes the less you know and the more they tell you, the more important they feel, and then the more they like you. So it's easy. And then number 3, act fast. You need to, when you win them over, you answer the phone, you win them over, you find out the property, you say, you know what, let's do this deal. Even if it's a different number, they say, you know what, 8 doesn't work for me, but can you do 10,000? You know what, I can do 10. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm opening escrow tomorrow morning because it's 6:00 now here. So I'm going to open escrow tomorrow morning. I'm going to give you a call between 10 and 11. You're going to be around? Yep. Good. I'll get the escrow number. And so you can watch for emails. Let me make sure I've got everything here. And then follow through and do it. So, and you need to push until these are in your name. And if you need to relax a little bit, like, whoa, that was a lot of work. Fine. Once you own them, you can chill out a minute if you need to. Seriously, I want you moving them through the system. But if you need to catch your breath a little bit because you got so much coming at you, you need to suck it up and do it and buy all you flipping can right now. And then take a breath. You know, when you have now, like, okay, now I got to get a guy to sell this one. I need to do this. I need to do that. Figure that out. It's fine.
If they call you back, no matter how mad they are about your pricing, somewhere deep in their soul, they are a seller.
Yep.
Somebody just on the most recent advanced call told this story. We sent an offer out on a property for $7,000. They were livid. They called back in a huff and said, "You're off your rocker." To which they said, "What's your number?" $150,000.
Right.
That was their response.
Yep.
Well, the property's worth $250,000.
Yeah.
So they bought it and resold it for $250,000.
I think they got him down to like 120 or something like that. And so I made a joke about, can we meet in the middle? Which was not, it was just joking. But that was it. 7,000 became 100 something.
Please hear me on this and what Jill's really saying. And she's so in the middle of it that she doesn't see this. And this is a compliment. You have to do these deals. They don't do themselves. Some of them take a huge amount of work and babysitting and hand holding and sending notaries to their door and some of them don't. Some of them get signed and sent back and you open escrow and the deal's closed in a couple of weeks, depending on a lot of variables. So, but you have to, this is not the place to save time or money. This is the place to get deals done and get them resold. And it's a full-time job. And if you don't have the personality like me to call people back and go through all that, it makes you want to pull your hair out. That's truly how I feel about it. Find yourself a partner like Jill. If you're just like Jill and you can't wait to answer the phone and you wake up in the morning just to see who's on the other line, truthfully, that's what Jill does, but you can't stand doing the other part, just find yourself a Jack. We're all over, both types are all over Discord.
Exactly. If you do this stuff, by the way, you will have no competition.
We're in the very, very first inning of competitive land acquisitions against each other. If you think about how many real estate agents there are, licensed real estate agents for every house that gets sold, it's staggering.
Brilliant.
It's thousands of real estate agents trying to get listings in one market. And usually 1 or 2 real estate brokerages get 80% of the listings. Why? Because they know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
They're not afraid of competition.
They're aggressive.
They don't wake up and say, well, the party's over. There's too many real estate agents. Yeah. They do whatever it takes, advertising, having a dynamic personality,
Trolling
putting a suit on.
neighborhood.
Absolutely.
You know?
Sending out flyers, sending out mail, getting on the phone, cold calling, whatever it takes.
Yep.
They do it to get deals done. So, and that's who are going to get, that's what we do.
Yep.
And there's a bunch of people in Land Academy that do the same thing it just cracks me up when this competition thing comes up. It's, I
love it.
People say stuff like this. Well, last year, my mailer response was 38%, and now it's 32% this year. It's over.
Yeah. Every person that says, "Oh, I'm not going to do this. There's too much competition." I'm like, "Thank you." And now there's one less.
By the way, I'm going to end on this.
You keep thinking that.
When Jill and I started Land Academy, we looked at each other for about a week and said, "Why are we letting the cat out of the bag here?
Are we nuts?
This is going great."
Yeah. Why would we create competition for ourselves?
And we finally decided together that Land Academy is a way for us to create partners for ourselves, whether it's deal funding, land funding, like we do on the money side, or whether it's partnerships to go in together, buy big pieces of land, which we're involved in on a bunch of them, where we all together we're either better together or we're not. And we decided that we're going to give it a shot, and it worked. We have tons of partnerships now.
Well, I'm going to say we also took a look back and really did some numbers because that's who you are and said, look at the universe of properties that are out there. If you and I, there's no way we could even conquer one state.
There's 55 million properties out there.
I'd die before we got through the whole state. I could spend my career in a county.
There's 55 million properties out there. And every single day, people wake up in the morning and they either need money or there's a life decision that goes on. Maybe somebody got ill, somebody passed away. This stuff happens. Life happens. And they decide today's the day I'm going to sell I'm going to sell that piece of land because I know we're never going to use it. And then they open a letter from Jill and I or any Land Academy member and they say, yeah, well, here's the answer. And maybe next week, or the week before, maybe they would have called back and yelled at us. But that seemed that it was the timing was right. That's what you're looking for. Yep. You're looking for a person in a circumstance in their life that's going to say, yeah, today's the day I'm going to sell.
Exactly. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
It's Browse Jack Thursday, and I'm going to talk about 5 things I refuse to spend money on. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Oh, I'm dying to know. Is it all business stuff or is it life stuff?
Well, it's all life stuff.
Okay, good. Don't tell us. Don't tell me any. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right, save it. I think this is good.
Some of it's not legal.
Hello. All right. Well, now I'm personally interested for tomorrow. So this ought to be good. Hey, thanks for tuning in. By the way, did you know you can connect with us on Clubhouse? Yep. Jack and I are live on Clubhouse on the first and third Thursday of every month at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So log on to Clubhouse, get the app if you don't have it. It's like a radio show.
Yeah, it's like an old school radio show. You can call in the whole thing.
Exactly. You kind of raise your hand. We bring you on stage. You ask questions. You chat with us. It's pretty darn fun. We do it for an hour twice a month. So go on to Clubhouse, find the Land Investing Club, follow us, and you'll get notified.
We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.